Well, the police chief in Washington, D.C. says that her department is going to be increasing cooperation with immigration agents. That move coming after the federal law enforcement takeover ordered by President Trump in the district. Last night, protesters confronting police and Homeland Security agents at a new checkpoint in a popular nightlife spot in D.C. Local police and Homeland Security agents were stopping cars at a busy intersection. NBC News senior national security correspondent Courtney Kuby is at the Pentagon for us. Courtney, what more do we know about this agreement? Because we do know this wasn't the stated purpose, immigration enforcement for this deployment, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all along, the official word has been that this is all about crime and the issue of crime in the District of Columbia. Now, what we know is that the D.C. Police Chief, Pamela Smith, signed an executive order that was issued today that allows the Metropolitan Police Department, that's the MPD here in D.C., if they are making traffic stops and they come across an undocumented person, they are allowed to report that person to federal officials, including Immigrations and Customs, ICE officials. Now, that is a departure from the normal policy operating here in D.C. This means, Sam, that an individual who has not been charged with anything, has not been detained, is allowed to be reported to ICE and then could potentially be sent away from the country, could be deported from the U.S. This, is, again, is a departure, but it also shows what we have seen over the last week or so from D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser and from the D.C. Police Chief, and that is a level of cooperation about this increased federal presence here in D.C. for what President Trump has called a crime emergency, Sam.
Yeah, that might have surprised some folks how cooperative it's been from D.C.'s standpoint. You know, Courtney, I would also ask, what more do we know about federal agents patrolling D.C. around the clock and whether or not these operations are going to be expanding? What can you tell us?
Yeah, so at this point, we have it's expanding in the number of officials who have been on the street. It's really grown just about every single night since they first started, and that includes now members of the D.C. National Guard who spent their second night on the streets last night. D.C. Guard, it's about 800 total people assigned to this mission, but only about 100 to 200 of them will be on the street at any given time. They are not, according to defense officials, they are not supposed to be engaged in any kind of a law enforcement mission. Instead, they will be supporting law enforcement officials. Sam, people here at the Pentagon and in the D.C. Guard are telling us that a large part of this mission for them is going to be presence. They want to be standing outside of locations like some of the national monuments. The hope is that they will deter any potential crime that could occur. They are not to be armed, according to these officials. Now, all of this could change. As you mentioned, there is the potential for this to expand. And frankly, that is where we are seeing a deviation from this cooperation we were just talking about. That's where we are seeing some concern from the D.C. mayor and from some D.C. residents who we've been speaking about at that possibility of this all expanding, Sam.
Yeah, we'll see where we go from here. Courtney Kuby from the Pentagon. Thank you.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.